culture's changing. Right now, you know, everybody expects us to win. That's great. That's how we want it.
We have a really family-oriented program.
We work hard together, and in the classroom, you just got to be on top of your A game. My name is Julius DeVoe, and you watching PG13.
And with that, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the PG13 After Show. I'm Dave Owens. I'm your host, and I'm here today with my boys from Flowers High School. What's up, Flowers? Give yourselves a round of applause. Flowers High School in the house. How you guys doing today? Good? Yeah, good. Good. Well, for those who don't know, PG13 is what I like to call a very unique project. It's a unique web series where we talk about the scholar athlete in Prince George's County, but we do it in a unique way through the art of storytelling that, in my opinion, is lost in some way, shape, and form around. But we're doing it. We feel like we're doing it as well as anybody. But we want to focus on the Prince George's County Public School scholar athlete on and off the field. And with that, again, we welcome in the Flowers Jaguars. Fresh off the victory over Gwynn Park. Gentlemen, Coach, appreciate you taking the time with us on Sunday.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
We really appreciate having you. And let me introduce some folks here. Damian Powell, head coach, of course. You know him well around here. Duval, now at Flowers. Coach, we appreciate having you here. Right off to his immediate right is Devin Sanders, senior defensive end. Devin, pleasure to have you, man. Yes. Pleasure to have you. Mr. Julius Duval, Mr. Quarterback, my quarterback, is in the house. You're going to see Julius Duval throw a long pass to this guy, Daniel Buchanan, who is off to my left. Pleasure to have you here as well, one of the best wide receivers in the county, if not the best. Thank you. So we appreciate you having you here as well. We're going to talk about the episode. You're going to see the episode here in just a moment in bits and pieces. But we also have what I think is a very unique part to this. I'm not the only host. Sharice Hoffman is here. Say hello, Sharice. She's off to the side. Let's all say hi, Sharice. Hi, Sharice. How you doing? Sharice takes care of social media for us. And if you don't know by now, we are in our VoxWave studios. We appreciate them for having us here. We've been here for a while now. They do great work here, so check them out at VoxWave Media. You can go to YouTube right now and you can check us out live. Go to YouTube, VoxWave. You'll see this show streaming live. We want to get your commentary on this. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think of Flowers. Tell us what you like about these episodes. Ask these young men and their coaches questions. We want you to be a part of this thing, no doubt about that. Sharice, we know you're going to be a big part of this as well. Any commentary from you off the top here? What do you have to say, Sharice?
Well, I think today is going to be very interesting. We have a very great team here.
No doubt.
That we'll be talking about today. And I have some very interesting trivia questions
for
you all today,
really?
too. So we'll have a little fun today as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Are you guys ready for Flowers trivia? Now, is that trivia, is it just Flowers or is it pop culture? What is it?
It's Flowers, it's pop culture, it's sports, it's anything. So be prepared.
Okay. Are you guys prepared?
I'm ready.
Are you prepared?
Yes, sir.
Quarterback, are you prepared? Bring the mic up so we can hear you. Are you prepared?
Yes, sir.
You have to bring it up that far. We're going to have a lot of fun here. Let's start, though, Coach. I want to throw this first question out to you. Obviously, 5 weeks down, 5 victories. How does it feel to look up middle of the season and you're an undefeated football team?
Feels really good. You know, this is a thing that hard work pays off. The guys been working hard, you know, ever since the off season going into the season. And we knew what type of team we have. And, you know, we was undefeated last year, but we came up short. And it was a thing where we just have a bad taste in our mouth and we don't like how it ended last year. And the guys understand it's week by week this year. And when we get to the playoffs, you know, we take it one game at a time. And that's just how we are right now. We're not feeling high. We're not feeling low. We're just taking it day by day.
Taking it one game at a time. Devin, you know, we were talking before you came in here just about the Gwynn Park game, you know, to sort of take us through what happened this weekend, give people an overall sketch of how that game went and how were you guys able to come up with that victory?
I mean, all week preparing for Gwynn Park, our coach has been telling us they plan for their whole season, so they're gonna give us everything they got, and basically telling us that like every time a team plays us, it's like the playoff game for them, because we looked at so highly in the county right now, so we was just prepared for they were gonna give us their best shot.
Yeah, it's one thing to come from behind. It's another thing to be sort of expected to win. You heard your coach say that there in the open. Everyone expects us to win now. Pressure?
No pressure.
No pressure.
No.
Pressure?
Pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we shall see. Coach, you talk about building culture. You and I spoke last year when you first got there about building culture, that winning culture. It's one thing to want to do it, but you've done it. How have you been able to get that done?
Just by, living, by the hard things we work on every day as far as just, coming to work, coming to practice on time, giving everything you got. Don't take days off, self-sacrifice. Make sure, it's a lot of things going on at times, but, you got to have your priorities together. And, these guys work hard. That's what, and that's what it's all about. And once you start seeing the results, and what we're saying is actually true,
You build that confidence.
you start building that confidence, and the guys start to hey, man, we really can do this. This is working. This is going to happen. We do have these. We did get out in the community. We did do this fundraiser. We did get new uniforms.
Sure.
We did. We got a weight room together. And all this stuff starts coming together, and the guy starts believing in himself. The confidence starts coming, and the game starts winning. And then that's when the culture just go boom.
Well, we spent some time with Flowers a couple of weeks ago before their game against Roosevelt, where we talked about building that culture, going from wanting to win to winning, and how that sort of plays itself out. Ron, let's take a look at that clip right now. Here is our time with the Flowers Jaguars talking about building culture. Take a look.
A lot of the community or outsiders look at Flowers as the kids with 3-story houses and, got it all, and these kids got something to prove.
I feel like they think last year was a fluke because they think we just a team just playing nobody or a team just beating people by luck.
They have winning seasons, but they haven't got past that to the next level.
Hey, get him some water, get him some water.
I'm the commander, and I'm going to push them and make sure they get there.
So did your preparation change?
Yes.
What did you do?
Our first game, we was ready. The previous year, we had lost in the playoffs to them, so we had payback in our mind again. I feel like the second time, we had got a little maybe cocky or something like that.
They kind of underestimated us beginning, then they kind of came on strong at the end. So we didn't match that. This year's got to be a different story.
Yeah, gotta be a different story, and it was. I thought what was interesting in that clip, where you sort of, Coach, you talk about, especially with the Roosevelt piece, they underestimated you. Then maybe at the end of the season, you guys thought that it would be sort of like it was in the regular season, and how things change. Once you start to put it together, though, teams start coming to look for you, no doubt.
Absolutely, no doubt. And then, basically what happened, they got better every day. They got better last year every game. And it's not the fact we didn't get better, but we didn't get better as far as, getting to the next level.
Yeah.
And so when we got there, they kind of had our number, in the playoffs, and it was just a bad taste in our mouth. So this year we know better.
Yeah.
We know how to handle it. We know how to attack it, and it's going to be a different result.
Jewish, you're the quarterback, so quarterbacks have to be leaders whether they want to be leaders or not. So from a leadership standpoint, I thought it was interesting when you talked about the outside perception of Flowers, people not respecting you guys. Did you really feel that? Is that how you felt, that people thought that, hey, these guys hadn't beaten anybody yet, they got to prove it to us first before we really can see if Flowers is for real? Did you guys feel that?
Yes, I feel like we still aren't respected the way that we want to be, so we just got to go out there every week and earn our respect and just dominating teams.
How tough is it to have that kind of consistency? Because you're winning now. Right. And it's easy to sort of look at the scores and say, hey, we're just going to show up and win. How difficult is it, though, to keep pushing and trying to take it to an even higher level? Because you guys know the competition's coming.
Right.
down the stretch of the season, the competition's coming. How do you, from a senior leadership standpoint, say, yeah, as nice as it is right now, we got to get better?
I mean, every week, we just go higher and higher. We know who to play hard against, but we should play hard against everybody the same way. So we should just play at our highest level every game, so there shouldn't be no lows.
Devin, how do you feel about your thoughts on that?
I mean, our motto is G-Bed, get better every day. So as long as you're getting better in everything you're doing at practice every day, like, nobody could beat you, no matter what they did the last time they played you. If you got better from that last time, then they're not gonna be able to stop you this time.
G-Bed.
Yes, sir.
That's new. Is that a new thing? Sharice, is that a new young thing that people are saying?
I think it is. I think when we went to go shoot the episode, I heard them talking about it when they were going over their plays.
Sure.
And I had never heard it before. And I think it's very interesting. It's definitely something very important, and it shows and what the team is doing on how important GB Day is. Get better every day.
Well, I'm old. I'm old, Coach. I don't know. These acronyms, it's too much for me, if you ask me. But let's bring the social media element into this, Sharice. What's being said out there, or do you have some questions or some trivia for these guys? Let's mix it up a little bit.
Sure.
Let's have a little fun. We talked about the serious stuff. Let's have a little fun. Sharice, take it away.
Okay. Trivia question.
Okay, trivia.
So right now, we're going to start on all things flowers.
Okay.
First question. Who is Charles Herbert Flowers, and what is he known for?
Now, hold on. Before I give them a chance, can they look? They can't look at their phones.
No looking on the phone.
Can't look on their phones.
No anything. There's
no
look at anything.
Okay.
What is Charles Herbert Flowers?
Do they have like 20 seconds to answer
20
this?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Talk to each other.
Talk to each other. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Okay. Do y'all have a final
20
answer?
seconds.
Do you have a final answer?
Yes. Tuskegee Airman.
Okay, he was a
Good
Tuskegee.
job.
Good work. Good work. I got the sense you guys weren't too sure on that one. God bless Wikipedia. God bless Wikipedia. That's all I can say. On that one. No, seriously, we hope that the folks out there who are watching this online right now, give us some comments. We really want you to be interactive in this show. If your friends are out there, you can tell them right now, live, to ask any question you want them to ask. Tell them right now. Tell the people through that camera, Daniel, to send us a comment. We want your comments.
We want your comments. Send us some comments.
You sound very convincing. You sound very convincing. Of course, this game was not just about this week that we spent with you guys, not just about the game. It was about the academics and finding out a little bit more about Flowers. One thing, Coach, that we've talked about in the time that I've known you, even when you were at Duval, was about the academic piece of this. Give me your perspective on how you guide and mentor these young men. Then I want the guys to kind of jump in here just on academics, time away from the field. Because no matter what you do on the field, you can't get to that next level if you don't have the books.
Correct. And we always have talks. I mean, we sit down, discussions about academics and how you have to have academics first before anything. And the guys really start understanding. Some people just think, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go to the NFL, I'm going to, have this, but you can't do any of that unless you have the academics first. So that's why a student athlete. It's a student first before you're an athlete.
Yeah.
And these guys understand that. When those coaches come in and look at them, they understand they got to see that transcript first.
Sure.
What's on that transcript, are you going to be able to get into the school?
Right.
And admitted, admissions in the school. So these discussions we have, they understand that. I think we're getting better year by year with the guys really understanding how this process works and what they have to do and the hard work they have to do off the field.
Sure. Devin, we talked about this during our interview about grade point averages and all that stuff, but just want to get your commentary on, Flowers has got a great academic reputation. So you just can't slough off when you walk off the field. I mean, you've got to take that same mentality into the classroom, don't you?
Yes, sir. So, I mean, you can't play football without grades, period. So whether it's the season or not, you got to have your grades for next year, too. You got to make sure your GPA stays the same so that the school's looking at you. They don't see that you slacking off because the season over or something like that. So you got to keep your grades up.
Well, one of the stories that we came across when we spent some time with Flowers was on your teammate, Namdi the pilot. And I got to tell you, I've never heard of a 17-year-old with a pilot's license, Coach. Have you?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
I spent some time with him out there, and for a minute, I think he wanted me to get in the plane with him. I wasn't having that for insurance reasons and others. But no, seriously, I mean, I think he personifies what Flowers is really all about. Great football players, but also great scholars as well. People say that a lot. They're living it at Flowers. So let's take a look at our time with Flowers a couple of weeks ago, catching up not just with the football team, but also with these young men off the field, and featuring Namdi Alabera. Did I say that correctly? Namdi Alabera, because he corrected me a couple times on that one. Ron, here we go. We're catching up with Flowers and academics. Here we go.
Dave, we got a little bit of everything. We got a little science and tech. We got 4.0 kids. We got pilots.
You got a kid who flies a plane?
Yeah.
This is home.
Really?
Yes. Once you're up there for so long, every day, it's a great feeling to be up there in the clouds. One day I was sitting in ROTC class, my instructor, he was like, so ROTC is having an initiative, a flight academy scholarship to cadets in order to get their private pilot's license. Took some tests, and then they selected 120 cadets in the whole world. And this is the fuel-to-air ratio. This controls that. And these are your flaps. So since the Air Force was funding everything, we were like in an expedited course. It normally takes a normal college student a year plus. It took us 8 weeks. So as soon as I came back from the program, I told Coach I'm back, went straight to practice the next day. My actual dream is to fly drones. I want to fly the MQ-9 Predator. I think that's just so exciting because I love computers and I love flying.
Yeah, all I can say about that is wow. What do you think about that when you see it? We talked about that during our interview. I mean, man, the guy's a pilot.
It's good because that's my lineman, so maybe one day he'll be able to fly me around somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever get famous, which I'm sure you're on track for that, you got a pilot, a guy who can take you around for free, maybe.
Hopefully.
Oh, no, it won't be for free. Seriously, though, I mean, whether you like to fly or not, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah. It really is. You're a man of many words, by the way, Daniel. Coach, I know you're proud to see him represent your program. And this guy isn't just some guy who doesn't show up and play. This guy plays on your football team.
Oh, yeah, he plays. He's a big part of the team. And, again, he puts in a lot of work academically as well as athletically.
Sure.
So, and he shows. I mean, he just did his pilot license in 8 weeks. I mean, that's, you know, like he said, it's unheard of. So we have a lot of other young men on the team that are in some type of program or in a special program and getting great grades.
Yeah.
And doing the right thing. So that's what Flowers is all about, the mecca of excellence.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, when we look at all of these different stories that we do, too, I mean, there's a lot of great young men when we do female sports, young women who are doing great things. We don't have time to spotlight all of them. We try to take a couple of them here and there, but your point is well taken. There are a lot of good young men who are doing great things off the field at Flowers as well. Sharice, your comments on that. What do you think of that?
I can't. I don't even have the words.
I can see that.
Let alone me getting on a plane is one thing.
Are you afraid of flying?
Not afraid of flying, but I just am hesitant. But to fly one, so it's just.
Notice I didn't go up in the plane with him.
I was wondering if you went up in the plane with him, too. I was wondering if you were going to do that, too.
Well, you know, I can lie and say I was up there during that shot, but no, insurance-wise, I couldn't go up there. And I'm going to tell you, I got a thing about small planes, by the way. I'm just not big on small planes. I want it to be big and lush. I want to feel that way. But no, big ups to Namdi, who does a fantastic job. Social media, anything, questions out there? What do you got for us?
Well, I do have a question for a social media person I talked to earlier. We just talked about one of your teammates who flies a plane. And one thing about PG13 is going beyond the field, beyond X's and O's. So what are some things that are interesting about you all that you do off the field?
I like that. I like that. We'll go down the line here. We start out with my man Devin. Tell the folks down there, what do you do?
Well, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer in track at Charles Super Flowers, and I'm interested in like architectural stuff, building. So that's what I do.
Remind me to get his phone number because I might need some work done at my house architecturally here. And I'm just joking around with you, but that's incredible. Go ahead, Julius. Talk to us.
I'm in the Academy of Finance, but I took classes for sports medicine because that's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Like being able to find out why athletes can last so long,
or last
why they can't last so long in certain leagues, like how basketball players can play so long, or baseball players, but why football players can't last the same amount of time. So, just interesting to me.
I hear you. Those collisions have a lot to do with it, no doubt about that. Besides scoring touchdowns, what do you do, my friend?
My special talent, I really don't got one.
Come on, Daniel. There must be something. Julius, what's his special talent? Does he have one? Spill the beans.
He can catch.
Daniel Buchanan, you don't have a special talent. You don't have any other special talents.
Basketball.
Basketball? Can you sing? No? Can you rap?
No, I can't.
No?
The rapping days are over.
Your rapping days are over? Let me see that microphone. I'm David Owens, and I'm here to say, Daniel Buchanan, what you got to say?
I can't even rap.
All right, I'm not going to put you on the spot there. I will say this, though. He's a heck of a football player.
Oh, yeah.
We know that. And
no doubt.
The Roosevelt game was what we centered around when we met with you a few weeks ago. That was a big game for you guys. And I know one game isn't more important than others. But I do want to ask you this question, Daniel, since you didn't have a special talent. Let's talk a little bit about Roosevelt and what that game meant to you guys. Just beating a team that had the reputation around the community as one of the top programs. You guys really felt like you needed to make a statement in that game, didn't you?
Yeah. Last year, playoffs, I really didn't produce as much as I did in regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So this game, I just wanted to show them that I can produce. It don't matter what coverage they had for me or whatever they had to do to prepare for me. So I just showed them that I can beat whatever they had for me.
I remember your quarterback said statement game. I remember you said that. What was the mentality of that team, of your team, going into that week? I get it, statement game, but give me the broader picture of this was a big game that you guys really wanted to win and let the community know that last year was no fluke, correct?
Yes, sir. Basically, going into the week, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy task, but we knew that we had the team to go out there and dominate if we just played at our best ability. So the whole week we were just preaching, we just need it's payback. So we went out there and put our foot, and we never stopped. Just don't stop. Just keep punishing them. That was the word of the week. Just keep going.
Coach, how do you balance that? Because I know you've always told me, listen, we don't want to make this game the biggest game of our lives, but it's big. Yes. And so you balance that, right? How do you balance, let's go out here and make a statement, but let's also not get over our heads here? How do you make that balance?
It was a good balance, 34-7 from last year. That was a balance. That was balance enough.
That was balance enough. I get you.
So, but, hey, we just got to, even though it was a big win, it was a big game, we still have more layers on the cake to get. So, we still have to go next week and win the next game and the next game and get ready for our whole ultimate goal, which is state championship.
Well, spoiler alert, I told everybody that you're undefeated so we know what happened in the game. But I want to take people through just the ramp up to that game and how these young men and coach got ready for that game against Roosevelt. Ron, here we go. We're going to catch up with Flowers as they make the final preps, the layers on the cake, getting ready for Roosevelt. And it culminates with a big win over in Greenbelt. Take a look.
We're confident. We're confident in everything we do.
Come on, man. Come on. Who's down?
It's a statement game for us. Show the county what we really about.
Payback. We got to get back in the playoffs. That's all we focus on right now.
We're going to have swagger. That's what Coach Powell and the crew is all about.
Biggest game right here. Biggest game of your career. Let's make it happen, okay? Let's make it happen.
They came in here and whipped us last year in the playoffs, and the guys still remember that. It's a little bad taste in their mouth.
34-7! Make them feel it! In the back, I need y'all tight.
Just one thing we work on.
I want to let you know, I love you. Coaches love you. And you ain't heard it from anybody else today, you're going to hear it tonight. Do you understand? Yes, sir. You give me everything tonight. We're going to come out this joint victorious. You hear me? Yes, sir.
We just put in the work. You know, it takes a little self-sacrifice.
It was just great. That just set the tone right there, and it was just all lights out from there on out.
I just saying open field, and I just ran the rest of the way.
Touch it all the time like that, bro. I got you, bro. Let's go, Jaguars!
Charles Flowers is the mecca of excellence. Wins are important. That's always great. You know, the bottom line with our athletes is that we're developing character, that we're building the opportunity to lead.
We just want the best for the guys. You're going to be a winner, and you're going to be a winner in life. We're going to teach you about life.
You see that? Does it bring back memory? You get emotional listening to that, looking at that? I do. When I listen to your coach and his pregame speeches, I get pumped up. I don't know about you. Coach, do you script your pregame speeches or you just let it fly?
I just let it fly, man. I don't script it at all. You know, you know, some is PG13.
Right,
some
right.
Is rated R,
Some
but,
of it, yeah. Hey, and you notice we only show the PG-13
That's right.
We really only show. But seriously, though, just watching that game, Devin, your thoughts on the ability to put it together for the week and then go out there and execute it the way that you guys did. Just what are your thoughts on being able to win that game 40-0?
I mean, it was a lot of emotion coming into the game, so we just had to try to focus our emotions in the right way. You know, not playing out of control, kind of, but making the plays that we had to make to dominate the game. And really, we besides the playoff from last year's game, we looked at it as another team in our way this year to our ultimate goal, the state championship. They were just in our way, really.
Well, Julius, you got the thing going with the long pass to Daniel. Obviously, the defense played well, but that play to Daniel kind of broke things open, didn't it?
Yes, sir. I felt like early in the game we was playing off emotion. Well, I could say I made a couple mistakes, but my team had my back. My coaches had my back still, so we just came out there and we just kept it rolling. We just kept playing, stuck to the game plan, and then everything came together. Here's
what I thought was impressive about this guy. I mean, you talked about the mistakes. Number one, you owned up to it. You battled through that. I mean, it's easy to win 40-0 and everything goes well. You made some mistakes early. You fought through it. Talk about the leadership and the maturity you had to show to fight through those early mistakes to make some big plays to help win the game.
I knew if I would have came off after making those mistakes and put my head down, that the team look at me. So if I put my head down, they would put their head down. So I just know, keep a high spirit. They told me I got them. I told them I got them back, and it just came together.
Well, playmaking wide receiver, Julio Jones-like. Who's your favorite wide receiver, by the way? Odell Beckham? Okay. Is he a diva like Odell?
No, he's not.
Not a diva. When you saw yourself break free and you saw you had to step on that DB, did you kind of know, okay, if this one comes to me, I got it?
Yeah, I knew that from the jump.
And you did. So you guys win that game 40-0. Well, that is the one of many victories that you guys have had. You've had one victory in trivia. Sharice, what do we got? Are we ready for some more trivia or some more commentary from online? Oh, we got trivia here.
Yes.
Okay,
so
let's go. Let's go.
I'm going to ask you all, do you want to stick with Flowers trivia or some current
pop culture, current events?
Pop culture trivia.
Flowers?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Can I jump in on this too?
Sure.
No.
Okay. Now, there is a guideline in Prince George's County that a school cannot be named after someone unless they have already passed away. Flowers is one of those schools. What's the other one?
Oh.
20 seconds.
So Flowers is the one of two schools.
One of two schools.
That is named after someone who did not pass away.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Hey,
Barack
hold,
Obama.
hey, hold on, Dad. Hold on. Dad is over in the corner giving things away. Come on, Pop. Hey, if you're going to give things away, you got to come out here and get on camera. All right, then keep quiet, Pops. Keep quiet. All right.
Is that a high school or any school?
It's a school.
Okay.
In Prince George's County.
Don't be trying to get hints there, Coach. Don't be trying to get hints. Doom, doom, doom.
You can't answer.
He's not passed
you
away.
Heard the answer.
Doom, doom. No, you didn't.
I
No,
know.
no.
You can answer.
Doom,
Doom, doom,
doom, doom, doom, doom, doom, doom.
gotta
Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, there's some. We do have some gifts, by the way. So some gifts are on the line here. Julius, are you the spokesperson for the team?
Yes, sir.
What do we got?
President Barack Obama.
Wait. Ding, ding, ding.
We had a bell
Correct.
malfunction. We had a bell malfunction.
Barack Obama and Charles Herbert Flowers are the only two schools in the county that were exception to that rule.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, Barack Obama, right over there by Wise.
Barack Obama
right
Elementary
next to Wise.
School. Right
Yes,
next to
and
Wise.
Charles H. Flowers,
High
one of the Tuskegee Airmen. Great story there. What else you got? You got one more?
I do.
You got one more?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. Now this one is a little difficult if you.
Oh,
haven't
we're
been.
stepping it up.
This is some sports trivia.
Okay.
This
Sports trivia.
recent sports trivia. Okay. Now, what NBA player recently stated that the NBA told him he will be fined in every game if he does not cover up a leg tattoo?
J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
Wait. Correct. Oh, y'all knew that one really quickly.
Good stuff.
Y'all knew
Good
that
stuff.
one.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got to start getting some tougher. We thought we would get you on some of those.
I
But next,
one more, but I don't know if they'll. I don't know. I think they'll know that one easily.
what else you got? We got one more.
Okay. Yes. One more.
One more.
Okay.
What we got? Here we go.
Which this is I gave you 3 choices, multiple choice.
Okay.
Which popular social media networking sites founders recently
I know this
announced
one.
that they'll be stepping down? Is it Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter?
10 seconds. 5 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Well, it's only going to be one of the 3. So
Twitter.
we got to get a
The
buzzer.
correct answer is Instagram.
Instagram. Instagram. Okay.
You all did good, though.
You guys did a great job. We do have some gifts for you, though. We're going to give you guys some gift cards from a local restaurant. Appreciate you coming in on this Sunday because we understand that it is, it takes some time to get here, and we know you guys are extremely, extremely busy. So moving forward, we talked about the Gwynn Park game. Down the line, you got some big games coming up. Devin, just the mindset of the team as you guys head into, because you've got, correct me if I'm wrong, Suitland's coming up soon and some other big games coming down the stretch. Just the mindset of the team moving forward.
Well, like we focus on the main goal, playoffs, because last year we realized that the regular season wins don't really mean anything if you can't win a playoff game. So we're just looking at each step getting closer and closer to our goals. So that's really it.
Coach, final thoughts from you. I mean, it only gets tougher now, right? I mean, what kind of things are you really focused on? Your next game is going to be against Largo. Yeah. Okay. And as you look, at Largo and then down the way a little bit, just some thoughts, final thoughts from you moving forward with this group and how you think they're playing.
Well, right now, the coach staff and I, we're just looking at the little things, paying close attention to details, going to class on time, wearing your uniform, turning in your homework, making sure you're on practice on time, running on and off the field. We're going to come back and take it to the basics, make sure that these guys understand where we are right now, but also where we can be. And if we pay attention to those details, it's not too many people can stop us.
The little things mean a lot in everything that you do. Daniel Buchanan, appreciate you spending time with us today. Julius Duvall, head coach Damian Powell, and Devin Sanders, appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys had fun. And you're the second group of many to come. Don't forget you can see the full episode of PG13 on all of the Prince George's County Public Schools digital platforms. That's YouTube, that's Facebook, that's website, all of them. You just know them. You go check them out and continue to keep up on with these guys, not just on and off the field. They're doing great things on the football field. They're doing great things off of the football field and we want to focus on that just as much because they continue to do that on a daily basis. Sharice, any final comments out there? You got anything? Uh-oh.
Not the moment, but I have a comment.
You have a comment. Give us a comment.
Now, I know you all talked about this earlier. You're all 5-0 right now, and you have some tough games coming up this season. How do you keep that momentum throughout the season?
Big talker?
We just keep the momentum by doing the same thing we prepared for the first big games, for the next big games. So we could just be successful in all the other big games we have.
Quarterback?
Just keep preparing every week. Get better every day. G-Bed.
G-Bed. I think that's a good place to leave it. G-Bed. I'm going to put that into my vernacular now for the rest of my life. Hashtag G-Bed. There you go. All right, well, check out this show, too, also on Prince George's County Public Schools digital platforms as well. Guys, Coach, appreciate you spending time with us. With that, Ron, we're going to get them up out of here and let people know, of course, they can check out all the episodes on Prince George's County Public Schools digital platforms. For that, we will see you next week when Duval, your old team, will be in the house joining us there. For now, everybody say later.